All right, so now we're going to take a look at colors of text and background in Bootstrap. There's certain classes that you can use on just about any element to change the color of the text or the background. So we're going to start with text colors, and let's look at the first one, which is the text primary color. So primary by default in Bootstrap, unless you alter the Sass or the SCSS, is going to be this blue color here. So if we were to change this text color to blue, we could add a class and we could say text dash primary and save, and now notice that the text is blue. So we also have secondary. So if we say class equals text dash secondary, that's going to just kind of make it a little lighter. So secondary text is like a lighter gray. If we want it to be green, we could use the class of text dash success, which is green. If we wanted it to be a light blue, we could use info. And we'll get into Sass a little later when we get into our projects, and I'll show you how you can actually change the primary color or the success color and stuff like that. But for this, let's say text info, and by default, it's like a kind of a greenish blue color. And these are contextual colors. So basically success, meaning like if you are building an application and let's say they log in successfully, you may want to have some green text that says logged in successfully. Okay, for things that are like warnings, you could use text dash warning, and that's going to be a yellow color. For things like errors, you would probably want to be red, and that's the text danger class. So if I do that, you'll see now this text is now red. We also have text light, so class equals text light and save, and that's going to be a very, very light gray. You probably want to put that on a darker background. And these text light, text dark, and so on, these are new in Bootstrap 4. These weren't available in version 3. Version 3 was just this here, really. So let's add class right here, text dash dark, and that's just going to make it dark, which is kind of the default, I guess. We can also do white, so text dash white and save, and that of course you're going to want on a dark background. We also have text muted, so text dash muted, which is similar to text secondary. I think it's just a little, actually we can check it out. So text secondary, if we look, is this color here, 6C757D, and if we look at text muted right here, 6C, well actually it's the same. So I guess text secondary and muted are the same. Okay, good to know. We also can do like text black 50, which will kind of cut the color in half, cut the black in half to I guess a darker gray. So let's say text dash black dash 50 and save. And if we check that out, you'll see that this is actually going to be an RGBA color, and it's literally half the darkness of pure black, or it gives it half opacity of the black RGBA, which is 000. And then we can do the same with the white. So class equals text dash white, and if we look at that, we can't see it on a light background. But text white is just going to give it, I guess, the hexadecimal value of white. So those are the text colors. Now we can also do links. Okay, so this is just basic paragraphs. But if we want to do links, then we can go and we can add these classes to the A tags. Okay, if we put it on the paragraph, if I say class text dash primary and save. Well, it is kind of the primary color by default, but this isn't going to affect the link. You want to put this on the actual link if you want that link color changed. So we'll go ahead and put it right here and save. We're not going to really see a difference because that's like the default for the links. But if we do secondary text dash secondary and save, now the link is gray. Okay, if we want to do success, text, success, text info, text warning. So if I save this, you'll see we have the light blue, the yellow. If we wanted to have red text on a link, we would use text danger. So now that's red. For light, you could say class text dash light. For dark, text dash dark. And muted. And white. Okay, so if we save that, now we have colored links. Now background, you're going to have the same context colors, so danger, warning, all that stuff, but instead of using text dash, you want to use BG dash. All right, so if we wanted a primary background, what we would do is we would say BG dash primary and save, and you'll see that it'll give it the background. And then let's say you wanted the text to be white, you could also add a text white class and save and change the text color. Okay, so if we wanted a secondary color, we would do BG secondary. If we wanted a success, we'd say BG success. That'll give it a green background. If we do BG info, and I'll just save, and you can see the different backgrounds. If we wanted a yellow by default, we'll do class BG warning and save. We could do red, so BG danger, and this would be good for like alerts and stuff like that, like error messages and alerts. So BG, this one's light. So save that, and it's a very, very light gray. You can barely see. If you want it dark, save that, and you'd probably want to do like, and you could do text secondary and save. That's kind of dark, so you'd probably want to do white or even light, text light, like that. So background white would be class BG-white and save, which is the default anyway. And then we also have background transparent. So if we were like over an image or something like that, we could do background transparent, okay, which isn't going to really show any difference now, but if there was something behind it, it would. And then we also have the invisible class. So this hello right here, if I do class equals invisible, it's going to make it go away. And if we take a look at the actual CSS for that, let's go, actually let's look at the HTML. So down here, P class invisible, you'll see that what it does is it just adds the visibility property in CSS and sets it to hidden, which is different than display none. With display none, it actually basically takes it out of the DOM and you can't see the spacing for it. Visibility, it's still there, you just can't see it. Okay, so that's the difference between visibility and display none. All right, so those are the basic colors. We'll be working quite a bit with these colors throughout the course, throughout the projects. In the next video, we're going to take a look at spacing, which is margin and padding classes.